Hello, fellow traders. Just wanted to give a little bit of an update right before Thanksgiving and kind of point out something that I'm sure most people will probably not see. It's a very common to take the actual knowledge that you have and assume that right now we can definitely tell that we're on a downtrend. So it would be intentional or thoughtful to actually close this buy out, because the buy itself, let me see, where are we going here? Let's do it this way. Because the buy itself is actually positive. And then what we would do is, if we took that off, that would create a short balance. So we would have a 0.1 short and come down here, but at the end of the day, if this does suddenly just start to rise up, we've now removed our advantage by having our break-even point here. By having this position down here, we have our break-even point here, and we don't want to actually remove that because we need it. So don't find yourself getting caught up making that mistake. This is one of those kind of things where it's not immediately apparent where your advantage is just by looking at it. It certainly looks like we can take that buy off. If price comes down, we could get a lower price in that buy and bring our break even down, but that relies on the market to do one specific thing only, and it can do just about anything. So we don't want to really chance or take a risk on releasing this to try to catch it lower. I do honestly still believe we're going to come down and at least touch this wick around the 103.4, 103.2. And I'm still thinking we're going to go to parity. It seems like ECB has already just accepted defeat for the rest of this quarter, so we'll kind of just see where things settle out. But for now, what I'm still looking to do in this point is wait for price to kind of rise back up. And looking ahead, what I'm thinking I'm going to try to plan out to do is only take out this top position. That way, once it comes up here, I'll have a short balance 0.1 from here, and then as it goes to retrace back down, then I could probably add one other short here as well. I'm going to kind of see, because I know I'm going to be going to 0.2 once we get to that point. So what I'm going to do is definitely take out this top one with the bottom one. And then I may end up having to actually put a sell in up here to bring that break even for this sell down. And then we'll have a balance of 0.2 short instead of 0.3 or 0.6 or whatever. And then we're going to work that out in a smaller bit. And then we'll just have to wait for a couple more retracements to work our way out. Trying to get out in just one go kind of took a little bit more of a hit to the drawdown. We lost another $100 or so. We did make $175 just getting the position moved. $100 went back into some other drawdowns, so that left us about 75, and then we kind of run that 75 out by trying again. So we're kind of a little bit lower than what we started with in the position, but we're still with plenty of room. We still have about $500 or so, $400 or so that we could work with. So I'm going to try to just be a little bit more cautious with that and a little bit more careful with that, just to make sure that we get out of it. So it's going to take a little bit more patience, a little bit more waiting. We could see this trade finish up by the end of December. It could roll into next year. It's just kind of one of those things where the waiting is the hardest part, but when you look at what you're working with in your numbers, it more than makes up for it, because you're not just making a little $5 or $10, little 1 or 2%. You're going to be looking at 20 to 30% increase on the account, just from all of this. I mean, it looks bad, but this is actually extremely good because we have a lot of position for very little risk, very little stress. You have a little bit of stress once we get down here to the bottom. This has been kind of a bit of a hairy ride through these few days, just kind of observing. I've been kind of watching it, but I've also been a little bit more aggressive in trying to get out of it. But I've got about probably 70 to 80 different instruments to continue watching. I've got about 25 in this account. I've got 25 in another account. I've got crypto, and I've got one other account that I'm still looking to onboard. Just getting some paperwork finished up. So there's just so many different instruments to watch, so many different things to keep up with. I'm just not watching it at all. I'm just going to let the mechanics and physics of how the market works and the math itself to actually just generate. If I go in and take a look at this one here, we have already cleared out quite a bit from the new strategy. I've already cleared out about 186 in my other account as well, which I actually moved into crypto. So, and I've got about 696 on deposit in crypto, and it's at about 750 now between both wallets. So let's see. I know some of you are taking this add-in deposit as to be a part of this setup, but it is not. If you'll notice, we've got several other positions on. That was added only for the sake of being able to pull out these other trades. There is our 474 loss, and then we made about 640 out of that. So that's where we got our 175 gain out of these three. And then, of course, yes, you can see the swaps were rather high, but look at the difference of the numbers. So there's really no real worry whatsoever about commissions, trading costs, swaps. There's about $35 in swaps. You're really going to complain about a $35 charge for $175 in gain? So that's kind of my whole argument against the swaps and why I just really don't care about them. They count, but they don't. And the overall picture of what we're looking at and what we're working with, they're insignificant. They're like 1 to 3% of the total profit. And I mean, that's basically stepping over a dollar to pick up a penny. I'm not worried about it. It's a unnecessary worry. So we'll get more into that strategy here soon. That's kind of part of our deal, though. If you help me get to 500 subscribers, I'll have a reason to continue, and we'll start talking about how to actually set this up. Because yes, I'm showing it to you. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. You've seen the other account, and you can kind of see, but there's a way to set it up and a way to use everything. And I'm kind of I haven't exactly showed the full details of that. It also uses a few other techniques that I've listed on the channel that we're not exactly utilizing with a single pair. We're going to be using some multi-pair hedging, 3-pair hedging, and so on and so forth as a defensive move. I'll get into using those kind of techniques. I noticed a lot of you have been looking at the 3-pair correlation hedging, and it does work, but it shines much better as a defensive move. Which I actually have set up. I don't know if I have any set up in this account, but I know I've set up a couple in my other account because I have a much higher margin requirement. So we're just going to kind of wait and observe. I'm not going to fall for this little trap here of removing that, because again, if it moves up, we have to come all the way up to here to take care of these two positions, whereas it's having this down here and it moves up, we can now use this to clear out that, and then have this still on, wait for a comeback, manage our short balance and our short kind of bias in our setup, and then as it comes back down, then we can kind of work out this sell and then come back and finish out the buys. So we're going to have to make a couple of passes back and forth to clear this out, but the market is always ranging. It's always going up and down, back and forth. So we're just going to have to wait on that to play out, and the mechanics will take care of themselves. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. That's it for this video, and for what we can do right now. Just don't fall for that trap. Have a little bit more patience, and the advantage will come to you. So we just have to wait on it. So make sure to share, like, comment, subscribe. That really helps the channel grow. If you don't help the channel grow, if the channel's not growing or you're not watching the videos, then there's no point for me to be here. So let's try to help this channel grow and help me help more people. That's all I'm asking. I'm not trying to build up an audience to sell you anything. I just want people to stop losing money over stupid crap. It's very easy to make money. Very easy. Everybody's trying to come up with so many different ways to trick you and lie to you just so you'll spend money with them. They make more money selling courses than they do out of the market. I'm the complete opposite. So just let's help this get out to more people, help the channel grow, and I will continue to make videos. So without you, there is no channel. So we'll catch you on the next one. I wrap it up. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you back after the holidays.